So, good morning students. Last class we were discussing about what? Rotational kinetic energy. When a particle is under rotation, it will be experiencing a kinetic energy which is rotational kinetic energy. And the expression was given by half I omega square. Isn't it? Can I write this as half I omega into omega? What is this term? It is half L omega. This is another way of writing the expression for kinetic energy. Let us what all expressions we have learned. L is equal to mvr. L is equal to I omega. Right? Torque is equal to F R cross F. Torque is basically R cross F. अच्छा L भी एक वेक्टर है, ठीक है? If you want to write it in the vector format, L vector m तो स्केलर होता है, कुछ नहीं होता है, वो m को बाहर निकालो. You should write like this. Okay, this is the vector format. Sometimes in the question you will be given vectors, so you should know how to write in the vector format. L vector can be written in this format. L will have a direction that will be obtained by the right hand thumb rule I told you. Because the cross product of two vectors gives rise to another vector, so it will be having some direction. So direction also is very important. It is not simply getting the magnitude. Okay. So torque is equal to force into distance is 1. What else we learned? It is I alpha. This is another way of writing the torque. Anything else we learned? We learned that angular momentum when it is conserved, I1 omega 1 is equal to I2 omega 2. Till now we have seen these equations only, right? Just a quick recap. Okay. Then we have talked about kinetic energy, rotational kinetic energy. So there can be a situation where you have both rotational kinetic energy as well as a linear kinetic energy. So your total energy will become what? Your total energy will become translation plus rotation. Both you have to add. This will give you total kinetic energy. But if it's only pure rotation, you will get only this. If it is pure linear, you will get half mv square. That I don't have to tell you. Half mv square is for the translation. Pure rotation, this. If both are involved, add these two. You get the total energy. Okay? Just make a note of these points. Now, one very important case I want to discuss. See, if you remember, Atwood machine we have done, right? Atwood machine. There, what was the thing? You have a pulley, you have a mass here, and you have another mass here, and you have calculated the acceleration. Acceleration, what was the value there? Is it m minus n by n plus n into g? Just verify. I'm very poor in memorizing stuff. I try to derive logically because memorizing is beyond my capacity. Here, what was the situation there? This rope was slipping on the pulley. This pulley, जैसे वो well में से कुआं में से हम लोग जो निकालते हैं ना पानी, तो there is a pulley there. There can be a situation that rope is slipping on that. The pulley is not rotated. Pulley ऐसा का ऐसा ही है, ये rope ऊपर नीचे जा रहा है. Then you said that the common acceleration was this. You can get the expression also for t. Here there is a t and here there is a t. This t was same. Now we are going to discuss about a case where the pulley is rotating, right? So in the similar situation, what happens? You see here, I told you that any object rotates if there is a net torque acting on the system. If there is one force acting like this, another force acting like this is my radius, this is, let us say, 1 meter, 10 Newton, 10 Newton. Will it rotate? It won't rotate. Now this I will make as 20. Will it rotate? It will rotate. Why? Because 20 into 1, you have got some torque T1, tau 2. There is a difference. Tau 1 minus tau 2 is 10. This is more, you can rotate like this. Simple principle. So here also, in the same example also, this will become what now? This will become T1, this will become T2. Okay? And how to get the torque? Torque is equal to I alpha. If you know the I value of the pulley, you can get the value of torque. Okay? What is the torque here? If you carefully observe, it is T1 R minus T2 R. T1 R minus T2 R. That is the torque. This torque is applied in this way. This torque is applied in this way. Okay? About this point. This is, sorry, मैंने उल्टा लिख दिया है, यहाँ पे उल्टा लिख दिया हमने. देखो भाई, इसका डायग्राम बनाओ. ये T1 है, यहाँ पर इक्वल ऑपोजिट होगा. This is T1 and this is T2. About this point, this is creating like this. This is creating like this. Let us say this is more than this. It will rotate in this fashion. ये T1, T2, ये mm values we don't know. Simply because I have put capital M doesn't mean that this is more mass. We don't know. Just for identification purpose, we have written like that. Okay? Do not be confused by that. It is rotating like this or it is rotating like that. We don't know. We are simply calling that M1, M2, small m, capital M. Alright. Now this is equal to I alpha. You know that V is equal to R omega, linear to angular transformation. A is equal to R alpha. So can I write this alpha as A divided by R? What is this A? It is the linear acceleration. Right? A by R. So this is one equation I am getting. So this should be capital R because I am using capital R now. I am saying that this radius is capital R. Here the radius is capital R. So this is what we have for equation. Next you draw the free body diagram. Let us say this is going down. So what is the free body diagram here? Of 1, it is mg going down, T1 in this direction. It is experiencing acceleration in this direction. So what is the equation you are going to get? This was first way mode. So it is mg minus T1 is equal to m times a. It is acting on this mass, so that mass we have to put. Okay. So this is equation 1. This is equation 2. Draw the free body of this diagram. This mass is like this. Let us say this is my T2. ये नीचे जाएगा फिर ऊपर ही जाएगा. So this is our acceleration A. If I am putting A there, I put A here. Same rope. Okay, constraint. Also, I don't want to discuss. Same part of the rope. So same acceleration and all those things. So here T2 minus. वो अभी इसलिए क्योंकि बार-बार हम लोग 1000 बार बोल चुके हैं इस बारे में. So why to waste time talking the same thing again and again? Is equal to, sorry, यहाँ पे कौन सा मास लगेगा? यहाँ पे बड़ा वाला मास लगेगा. वही बड़ा M वाला. Let me not contradict my own statements. And A, this is my third equation. ठीक है? तो ये पूरा पकड़ करके हमको करना क्या है? What are we supposed to do? We are trying to crack this value of A. Now you can crack the value of T1 and T2 also. Why? Because you got 3 equations. So these 3 equations, there are 3 unknowns. What are the unknowns here? T1, T2 and A. Usually the pulley moment of inertia will be given to you, pulley radius will be given to you. They will tell you that pulley is massless and all these things, standard terms. So all these 3 unknowns can be cracked using these 3 equations. अगर इस टाइप का कोई सवाल आता है तो you have to frame equation like this. But here we are talking about only the acceleration part. So I need to crack this acceleration. How I can crack? So T1 minus T2 are I know. So can I get that from these 2 equations? I can get it. Suppose you do 3 minus 2. What are you going to get? T2 minus T1 you are going to get? माइनस क्यों करने का, ऐड करते हैं ना सीधा, ऐड करने से ही मिल रहा है ना. If I'm adding it, I'm getting it. T2 minus T1, I'm getting it. Okay. T2 minus T1 plus M minus capital M into G, right? And here on the right hand side, what are we getting? M plus M into A. M plus M into A. But T2 minus T1, you can get it from this equation. What is the value of that? It is T1 minus T2 will be IA by R square. Here T2 minus T1 is there, so it will be minus A IA by R square. Correct? Take care of the minus. There is a minus here. This is T1 minus T2. This is T2 minus T1. That is what we have got from the equation. Plus M minus M into G is equal to M plus M into A. So let us write the expression for A here. So this A will become 1 divided by M plus M. Alright? M minus M into G minus I A by there is also A here. I did small garbage. So let us take this A term back side. I use this A term. So if you take this term back side, M plus I by R square into A is equal to, ये टर्म चला गया इधर, तो ये वाला इधर ही रह गया. So this is M minus M into G. Simple mathematics, you can do yourself. So from here I am going to get the expression for M minus M into G divided by M plus M by R square. This is the expression. So M is known, capital M is known, R is known, I is known. You can calculate the value of A. इसको रीअरेंज कर सकते हैं, यहाँ से ऊपर लेके जाओ, ये सब करो, वो सब. That is all maths part. I am not much interested. I am interested more in the steps formation, how it has happened. So here you can see the acceleration value is different. There the acceleration value was different. This is the case of slipping. Here fully rotating. Fully rotating. So know the difference between these two. Okay. So you have to note this. Make a note of this point. So that's it. So one more point I forgot to tell you. When you are writing this rotation kinetic energy, it was half I omega square, isn't it? So multiply numerator denominator by I. What are you going to get? You are going to get I square omega square by I. What is this I omega square whole square? It is L square, no? Angular momentum. L square by 2I is also another way of writing this rotational kinetic energy, which I missed, I skipped. Okay, make a note of this. E is equal to L square by 2I is another way of writing. All these are useful while doing numericals, you know. Basically, you should remember E is equal to I omega square. Rest of the things are you can derive them. Now let us see some illustrations. One question is given like this: there is a rod of length L, alright, and it is fixed about the base. It is fixed about the base. Sometimes this symbol, if you see, it means that it is fixed about the base. This is the base, and it rotates and falls down like this. Alright. So you have to find what is the angular speed in this question. Okay. Rod of length L is given to you. Now tell yourself about which axis it is trying to rotate. It is trying to rotate about this. If you remember, we were discussing about this metal rod of length L. Remember about this axis, the center axis, centroidal axis. We know that I is equal to ml square by 12. Isn't it? Now, what is about edge? If I want to find out about edge, this is a parallel axis theorem I can use. So I edge, I will use IED will be equal to this I plus this m into this distance square. It is L by 2 whole square, isn't it? So this is ml square by 12 plus this is ml square by 4. If you solve it, you get ml square by 3. अब इसको घुमा करके देखो ऐसे ही है. So you want moment of inertia about this h, which is equal to I is equal to ml square by 3. Now this rod is falling down. So where is the CG of this rod? It is at L by 2 distance. इसका mass पूरा कहाँ है? L by 2 पे है. So this is something that there is a mass which is falling down. Let us say, what will happen? The potential energy will be converted into the kinetic energy. The potential energy of the system, the energy will remain conserved. Law of conservation of energy will be conserved. The potential energy will be converted into kinetic energy. Which type of kinetic energy? Rotational kinetic energy. So what is the potential energy here? It is mgh. So mgh is no. What is the h value? You have to take mgh down, not that khana masala. You know that some ad is coming. mgh, not mg into h. H is the distance of the CG. What is the CG here? It is L by 2 here. Is equal to rotational kinetic energy is how much? Half I omega square. So this is mg L by 2 is equal to half into I. What is I? We have just worked out. It is ml square by 3 into omega square. Cancel m, cancel 1 L, and you got omega square is equal to cancel 2. You got 3g by L. So what will be omega? Root over 3g by L. So now you understood how I applied this concept. Okay. But in this question you have to be careful about which axis it is trying to rotate. Do not put directly this ml square by 12 because it is not rotating about this. It is fixed over here. Darwaja hai, darwaja about which edge it is rotating. It is about the edge. No, it is not. The door is not rotating about the center. It is rotating about this edge, right? So you have to be careful about that. Just note it down. So let's see another illustration. In this question, there is a metal rod of length, let us say some L. Okay. What they have done is, look at here. This they have simply released, and once it attains a speed of v, this metal rod attains a speed of v. What they did, they fixed this joint. Okay, they fixed this joint. पहले तो ऐसे गिरा, उसके बाद क्या हो गया, यहाँ पर उसको फिक्स कर दिया, तो क्या होगा, वो रोटेट करेगा. You have to find the angular speed. You have to find the angular speed. How you are going to find out this angular speed means, initially you see this, when it fell down, it was having some linear momentum. Then above this edge, it started rotating. About which edge? About अभी ये था, ऐसे गिर रहा था, फिर about this edge it started rotating. Okay, so here there is no external torque in the system, so in both the cases your angular momentum will be conserved, isn't it? So what is angular momentum? Basically one way of writing it is linear momentum multiplied by the distance. Okay, which distance? इसका CG इधर है, it is trying to rotate about this point. Okay, इसका CG इधर है and it is trying to rotate about this point. So it will be A. This total length L by 2. It will be L by 2. If this length is L, this will be MD into L by 2. Understood why I took L by 2? Because इसका CG इधर है, ऐसा घूमने की कोशिश कर रहा है. This distance is L by 2. Alright? So that is one point. This must be equal to, when it is rotating, it must be equal to I omega, isn't it? If the rod length is L, what is the value of I? Like in the previous example also, I will be equal to ml square by 3. Because it is rotating about the edge. This I value is about edge. It is not about CG. This is not rotating about CG. It is rotating about this edge. It is rotating about this edge. So note the difference. Okay. So here it will be MBL by 2 is equal to ML square by 3 into omega. MM cancel, 1L cancel, omega is equal to 3 by 2 V upon L. This is the value of omega. If you know the speed, if you know the length of the rod, you can find the angular speed. What is the condition we have applied? We have applied the condition that there is no external torque in the system, so your angular momentum is constant. So केवल आपको you have to not memorize, angular momentum constant होता है, ऐसा नहीं. Different cases में कैसे apply करना है, you have to see that. And I told you when there is no torque in the system, such type of an example I have told yesterday. कि आप उसको समझें कि उसका मतलब क्या है, ठीक है? So make a note of this point. I think with this I would like to complete this part. We will see some more numericals in the next class. Okay. So any doubts? Rotation chapter requires a little bit of imagination. So do it slowly and try to understand the things. Any doubts you get, contact me. My WhatsApp number, we have that group also. You can contact me. And anything you have not understood, please post me. I will try to explain it again. Because understanding these principles is more important rather than knowing the formula. Okay. We will see some more illustrations in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Have a good day.